arrive in time to save me.
How could you know that?
I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now. Malthael, he's watching you.
You should get to the survivors' Enclave. It's not safe out here.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And I have experience of what those things do to people. Let's just say, I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes, if I am ever to sleep again.
Enjoyed that.
I encountered the most troublesome bats in the caves outside Westmarch. My companions and I had sheltered there with the intent of organizing my many records, when the miserable creatures appeared and tore several of the scrolls to pieces. Truly, the world shall be a poorer place for this lost wisdom.
You shouldn't be so dour. You have much to be joyful about.
This is not a moment to make light.
I have learned that in terrible situations it is better to laugh than to cry. Perhaps when you have lost as much as I, you will understand.
Tell me, do your visions show you an end to this slaughter?
Of course it will end, and you will live a long and happy life.
The altar of sadness? Ah, well, nothing bad could happen here. Not enough left.
I must say, it is wonderful to finally meet, though you are skinnier than my visions led me to expect. You just don't take care of yourself. It's always about saving the world first. are such the artist when it comes to dispatching Death's minions. Don't mind me. I'll just be waiting over here.
A wise decision. We won't allow any harm to come to you.
My wrath is low. Not ready yet. Sound.
That would be Urzael.
Who is Urzael?
Urzael is the angel who commands Malthael's forces in this city. I think you made him angry.
Good. Let's get to the Enclave. I need to see if Tyrael has made any progress.
Something for you.
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
And now he won't go away.
You saved his life. You're stuck with him now.
He is. I'm going to repay Horadrim by helping him with his work.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. It couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy. I'll never see it again.
I'm sorry, Horadrim.
Get out of my sight.
Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
It kept you safe.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
Who knows? You must carry on for them, as I do for Leah, Cain, and so many others.
I cannot simply feel sorry for myself. I must discover the truth. What would you like?
I have heard that the Grand Maester himself is in Westmarch. It is imperative that I find and speak to him. I will tell him of the sins his order is committing.
Cormac, he leads the Order. Do you not see?
No, you are wrong. My first memories of being a Templar are of him comforting me, welcoming me to the Brotherhood. I looked into his eyes. He is a good man, I tell you.
It's time for me to go. My brother will die in the Kingsport dungeons if I don't act now.
A Kingsport prisoner, you say? Those poor devils were all transported to our cells in Westmarch last week. But we haven't heard from the garrison since the attack started.
Edlin, I have to find him. Will you help me, my friend? Like him. This is where they're holding Edlin. Let me do the talking.
Looking for your brother, Lyndon?
Something's not right.
That is no guard.
Damn it all!
The Thieves Guild always strong.
Thieves Guild infiltrated the entire dungeon?
You really angered them, friend.
Smoke betrayed them.
Not enough left.
Edlin! He's...
I am sorry, my friend.
I never should have joined the guild.
When I left my sister Lysa, I took her magic focus as a reminder. I scryed it today to see if it held any clues, and I found strong traces of the demonic magic that killed her. It reminded me of the Fischeri's magic from before we served the Prophet.
Those mages are long dead. No one alive today would be seeking you or your sisters.
Today is the day I find out how deep the Order's corruption runs.
You are ready to put a stop to the Order's madness.
I will do it, even if it means going against my entire Order. I could use a good friend by my side.
Let us fight this evil together.
May the battles never end.
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
Look, the sliver is changing.
Malthael is altering the Soulstone in some way.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the souls of Westmarch in order to alter the stone. Yet his purpose still eludes me.
He's killing everyone. What more do you need to know?
To stop him, we must know what he'll do next, and that requires understanding his plan.
Urzael has done this to finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
Urzael. It is time for him to die. Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you. Before you set out to kill him, you should stop by my cart. I can enchant some items for you.
Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
I did what was necessary.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
That does not concern me. The prime evil is gone, and that's what matters. Good job of it, holding off the Reapers this long.
It has been a brutal task. A lot of good men sacrificed themselves to save us.
And their sacrifice won't be in vain, friend.
You stopped their assault for now. Perhaps there is hope.
Why did Malthael spare you in the tomb of Rakis?
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me. And therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
And the rest of us are? Mankind has no quarrel with angels.
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him and therefore on the wrong side of the eternal conflict.
When Tyrael accepted me into the Order, I was honored beyond belief. Imagine me joining the Horadrim, but in the tomb. Malthael. I couldn't do anything. I froze.
Look, the first battle is never easy. If you didn't piss yourself, well, then you did better than most, my Horadric friend. Still hurts, eh?
I have felt pain before, but nothing like this. It is different being mortal. The pain wears on you.
You get used to it or you die. Either way, it's not a problem. Why does Malthael want the Black Soulstone?
I have been thinking on that since our encounter, but every scenario I envision simply doesn't make sense, regardless of what he has become.
He must believe he can do something with it.
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
He certainly enjoyed the sound of his own voice, but no one could tell a story like Deckard. I miss him. But good men and women die fighting for their cause every day. All we can do is carry on.
And you just forget about them?
Oh, I never forget. But standing around talking about them doesn't honor their memory, does it? Did you send for reinforcements? Surely you have garrisons in outlying towns.
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No place is safe.
Yes, Malthael strikes all across Sanctuary.
I hadn't heard. This is much larger than I knew.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch.
Ah.
I grew up on store. My father...
Tell me about Urzael.
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Iswal was mine. He does his master's bidding without question.
Why take the Black Soulstone from heaven?
The Black Soulstone was made by a man, unlike previous Soulstones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching.
And if we get it back from Malthael?
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone than Malthael. If we make it that far, we'll worry about what to do next.
Geldo, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchin, are nomads, always traveling, looking for the land we might settle. All of us have the sight, but few have it as strong as myself. You know, men have always pursued me for my visions. Well, for things other than my visions. But everyone wants to know what the future holds.
My future is known. Travel the world, redeem the Zakarum faith, live as a Crusader, and die as one.
That's not a future. It's a punishment. You should stop to enjoy the wine. Find a good woman, perhaps.
What can you tell me about Urzael?
Well, he seems to have an affinity for fire. I'd watch out for that if I were you.
I noticed. What else?
Urzael was sent to find Malthael by our friend Tyrael. He blames himself for what Urzael has become. What else can I tell you? I had a vision of death blank.
I left home and family for a great cause as well. I understand your sacrifice.
It was no sacrifice. We Vetchen often receive visions telling us when it is time to find a new family. I've had many in my life. I still love and miss each and every...